Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with chapter 9, Reproduction in Plants. We all know that all living organisms they have a particular lifespan after which they die. So no organism can live forever. So the organisms in order to continue their species they have to reproduce. If there is no reproduction then the species may extinct. So, what is reproduction? Reproduction is the process in which organisms produce more of their own kind. So, it is a process in which organisms produce more of their own kind. अपने ही जैसे और organisms को वो produce करते हैं. That is reproduction. Now, in a plant, so we are going to study reproduction in concern with plants. So, in plants, we have vegetative parts and we have some reproductive parts. In a plant, roots, leaf, stem are vegetative parts of the plant, whereas flower is a reproductive part of the plant because flowers change into fruits which contain seeds, and when seeds germinate they form new plant. That's why flower is called the reproductive part of the plant. Next we have types of reproduction. In plants, we have two types of reproduction, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, an individual can produce more of their own kind without the involvement of another individual. So, in this, they have only a single parent. A single parent can produce a new plant. Whereas in sexual reproduction, an individual can produce new individual with the involvement of another individual only. Then only it can reproduce. That is sexual reproduction, and in asexual reproduction, an individual can produce without the involvement of any other individual. So, in asexual reproduction, we have four types of reproduction in plants: budding, fragmentation, spore formation, and vegetative propagation. Let us study budding. In budding, some organisms like yeast produces asexually through budding, and we all know that yeast is a unicellular organism. When this bud grows and fully develops, it produces an outgrowth. It produces an outgrowth called a bud. So see, this is an outgrowth and this is called a bud. Then the nucleus begins to divide into two parts. One remains in the parent cell and one part of the nucleus goes into the bud. Bud then grows and then separates or detaches from the parent cell, and it grows in as a new individual. In this way, a single cell divides and forms a new individual. So this process is known as budding. Next is fragmentation. In fragmentation takes place in Spirogyra. The example given in your book is of Spirogyra. This is a Spirogyra. So in fragmentation, Spirogyra, which is an alga, breaks up into two or more fragments, and these fragments grow and develop into new individuals. So it reproduces by fragmentation. Then next is spore formation. Spore formation, example of spore formation is bread mold. You might have seen a cottony growth on stale bread. and when it is left for a few more days, it forms minute pinhead like structures. Those pinhead like structures are known as sporangia. This sporangia contains spores in them, and these spores are they help in reproduction. So they are very light and they are carried even by wind, and they keep on floating in air, and whenever they find suitable environment, suitable substance, they grow there and produce new uh, individual. So this is how bread mold reproduces. It reproduces through spore formation. Then there are some other examples of spore formation. Mosses and ferns also produce by forming spores in them. We will continue with the next topic in the next video. Thank you, students.